Oh, it is! It's a channel. Well, let's watch this one, because I know this one's copyright free. So let's watch this.
Clips you're witnessing went viral, and though you've probably seen them, no one has ever seen the shocking exclusive footage we obtained that reveals the full story behind the unpredictable case.
Well, you're one of the most evil person I've ever sat across the table from.
No, you're not getting out of jail. It makes me physically sick to look at you.
Do the DNA test to prove me.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
I watch forensic files.
Do you believe everything they put on TV is real? How stupid are you?
Oh.
Really, Isabella? Does that make any goddamn sense to you?
Stop calling me Isabella.
That's your name.
No, it's not.
You come in here and try to...
I'm sorry. This, right off the bat, this detective is emotional. No way he just threw the pen down like that. What is happening? What the heck did this girl do that triggered this guy so bad? Okay, I forgot to eat today, so I need to order food. Wait, yeah, I need something to eat while we watch this. Yeah, this guy's done. Here,
You
I'll
act
play.
like you're so goddamn smart.
This
Oh my
is Isabella
gosh.
Guzman. In approximately 3 seconds, she will be confronted, resulting in one of the strangest moments in an interrogation we've ever seen.
Wait, really?
Sir, do you recognize this?
Whoa!
I'm back out here for a second. Do you recognize her? Yeah, she's my daughter.
What's her name?
Isabella.
Is he insane? My name is Samantha. You're gonna ruin my whole life because I have some random crazy like me.
Your life.
There is so much happening already. Bro, the way he went up to try to hug her was deranged. Okay. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. What should I eat? What's a good... I feel like I should eat something that's not meat in case... in case? Yeah, that was her dad. I think she's pretending to be someone else. That's what she's trying to do. I need to eat something that's not meat in case they show some really bloody footage. I'm not gonna lose my appetite. Oh, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do sushi. No. I'm gonna do. I get like this protein smoothie and avocado egg toast. It's really, really tasty. I'm gonna do that. I'll get a protein smoothie. Okay, play. I want to play, but I also want to order so I can watch because I don't want to like miss anything. All right. Avocados. Done. Okay. The toast is added. We can wait. You guys are so nice today. I don't know what it is. Everyone's like, the vibes are so good. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when I was, before Among Us happened, like the vibes, how they were on Twitch, like a really long time ago. You know what I mean? I don't know. It feels good today. Streaming is so fun. We missed you. I'm gonna be gone more often. I'm leaving. Goodbye, everybody. I'm just gonna keep going fishing. Goodbye. Okay, smoothie. I'm letting you guys know right now, this smoothie always makes me too cold, so I'm gonna have to blow dry myself to warm up again. Oh, Cheetah, thank you for the 50 gifted. No, stop donating. Okay, relax. Raised Modern Life, thanks to 20 gifted. I'm joking. I'm pretty sure the next time we go fishing, Abe wants to go deep sea fishing, like actual deep sea fishing, where we have like a guide and we go get like salmon or tuna or something. You were drunk insane on your last stream? No, I wasn't. I was not. Bro, I was not that drunk, okay? I was not. Listen, I only have 2 speeds when I drink, and I don't really drink that much, but when I do, I know I'm really drunk when, 1, I'm puking, and 2, well, I've never blacked out from drinking, so I guess I can't say that, because I don't know what it's like to black out from drinking. It's just every time when I do drink, and I drink too much, I get sick, like I throw up. That's it. Like I've never gotten to the point of like blacking out. And I wasn't even close to blacking out. You were squinting mad hard. Bro, you guys are distracting me. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm gonna get a medium smoothie. I'm adding whey protein. And I'm going to add extra protein. I'm going to add fruit. I like adding strawberries. I'm gonna add some frozen yogurt to make it a bit more thick. Some acai juice. And I'm going to ask to make it extra thick. Okay, food is ordered. Wait, you guys hear Navi barking? All right, and always leave a healthy tip. Always leave a tip in America. Block. Thank you, Efrain, for the 5 gifted. Thank you, Big Nems. Thank you, Tatsumi. Thank you for the 15 months. All right, food's on the way. Whew. Awesome. It'll be here in 30 minutes. All right, let's go.
Ended last night when you decided to go kill your mother.
You left her to die. Brutally. On a bathroom
I did
floor.
not murder anyone.
In one of the most brutal acts of violence the state of Colorado has ever seen, a teenage girl viciously takes the life of her own mother inside their family home. It's an incomprehensible crime, but what authorities find to be...
Okay, the text... where am I supposed to put my camera? It's everywhere. The text is up here, down here. Like, where am I supposed to be? Like, right here?
Even more disturbing is that the suspect claims to be a completely different person who didn't have anything to do with the gruesome killing. As the unbelievable investigation begins to unfold, it becomes increasingly apparent that not everything is as it seems, and behind the diabolical act lies a most insane and unpredictable motive.
What is
All
it?
the people suck. And that bitch is probably crazy as shit, and she's gonna go kill somebody else.
It was a typical summer's evening on Wednesday, August 28, 2013, in Aurora, Colorado. 47-year-old Yoonmi Hoi returned to her home around 9:30, bringing dinner for her husband, 40-year-old Ryan Hoi. Working another tiring day at her photography studio at the Aurora Town Center Mall, she looked forward to spending some time with her family.
Oh no!
Also consisting of her daughter and Ryan's stepdaughter, 18-year-old Isabella Guzman. However, the teenager had a more sinister agenda for the night. Ryan tells his wife that Isabella is home, but he's unsure of exactly where she is. Yoonmi suggests that she and Ryan take a walk after she showers, to which he agrees. Only a few short minutes go by before the unthinkable happens. Ryan is enjoying his dinner when a violent pounding sound begins to shake the house, followed by a haunting scream. He quickly sprints upstairs, where his wife's screams are only intensifying as she calls his name for help. Ryan's adrenaline is racing as he finally reaches the bathroom, but the door is locked. He makes several attempts to break in, but someone is pushing against it, ensuring that they can finish the gruesome act taking place behind the door. Still, Ryan continues trying to get in, hoping to come...
I forgot we used to watch these at a faster speed. Do we want to speed it up or no? I don't understand why she would do this when her dad is home. Like, I don't get that. I don't understand. Ray, I can be your butler or servant. No, thank you. Yes, okay, let's speed it up a smidgen. Just a smidge. We like it at 1.15, remember? 1.15, the good old days when we used to watch true crime all the time.
Come to his wife's aid. At the same time, he dials 911. It
Is that
seems
fast
almost
enough?
impossible to break into the room as the sounds of a brutal fight fills the home. But then, Ryan makes a shocking discovery.
1.2.
In the midst of the terrifying ordeal, he's horrified to see blood pouring out from underneath the door. And now the screams have slowly transformed into an eerie silence. Finally, the door opens. 18-year-old Isabella stands over her mom's lifeless body with a bloodied knife in hand.
What did
She doesn't
she
utter a word.
expect?
In the blink of an eye, she runs out of the room past Ryan, who's in an absolute state of shock. The bathroom is covered in blood, where Yunmi's body is lying on top of a baseball bat. When police arrived, Isabella was nowhere to be found, and so began a manhunt for the teenager. Although that would only last one day, as they located Isabella over 12 hours later, hiding in a parking garage off of South Parker Road. But when they actually sat down for an interrogation, they had no idea of exactly who they were going to be speaking with, or what was going to happen in this roller coaster of an investigation. The following never-before-seen footage has been analyzed by a qualified team, incliding a licensed
love
professional
that.
counselor and a licensed attorney.
Okay.
You left her to die.
It's just really cool being able to see actual detective video footage, and when the editor like goes over and explains like what's going on. I really like that. I don't like what had happened here. Let me just clarify. This is a tragedy.
Brutally on a bathroom
I did
floor.
not murder anyone.
How does
Please
that
stop
feel?
accusing me of this.
Just tell me how that feels.
Please fingerprint me. Please fingerprint me. Please fingerprint me. I will show you that I am not this freaky, horrible person. I want to meet my boyfriend. He's probably worried about me.
You aren't going to meet anybody.
I wish you could help us just make sense. That's all.
When you prove that I am not her, I'll be able to go.
Isabella states that her name is actually Samantha Gonzalez and that she is 15 years old. However, the detectives are well aware that this is not the truth.
So she's 110 pounds? That's really skinny. I'm 148 pounds.
Isabella, please.
Don't call me Isabella. That's really
That's your name.
creepy. My name is not Isabella. My name is Samantha. There are people in this world who look alike, you know.
Oh
You guys
my.
are not like all knowing. You don't know everything. You're just accusing me of all this stuff that I didn't do.
We know what you know what you did, and we know who you are. We know how it
Apparently
happened,
not,
when it
because you
happened.
guys are completely wrong. You got the wrong girl.
No, we don't. We don't have the wrong girl. You know that.
What?
No,
Wait.
you don't.
How did it feel
How did what feel?
when you did what you did? How did it feel?
I
Make you
didn't
feel
kill
good?
anybody. That was
Did it-
disgusting.
Did it feel good?
That was disgusting. You guys really think I'm a murderer?
Yeah, we're not joking.
Did it make you feel powerful?
Just you.
Yes or no? Simple question. Did it make you feel powerful to do what you did?
Oh my god. I did not kill anyone. Can you guys stop like
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, she sounds really convincing. Like, it's almost as if she really thinks that she's someone else. Wait, bad acting? Wait, really? Wait, you guys think this is bad acting? I feel like she actually believes that she's someone else. Maybe it's because it's like really sped up that it sounds a bit different. I don't know. Here, let me bring it down to 1.15. Okay. First of all, you guys have to look at it with a different pair of lenses, okay? You need to look at it as if you don't know that this is her. Like, if you went into this thinking, you know, that you didn't know what she had did, it would seem as if it wasn't actually the girl that they were looking for.
interrogating me? We're just gonna keep going around and around, and we're really just trying to get fingerprinted so I can meet my boyfriend, so you can prove to
Would
you
you
that
like
we
us
have
just
the
to
same
leave, wouldn't you?
fingerprints.
Wouldn't you just like us to leave?
We don't have the same fingerprints. We're not the
Wouldn't
same
you like this
person.
all just to go away, rewind back 12 hours, and have this never happen? We'd all like that.
I wish I could have like not walked through the parking garage, so you would have not mistaken me for being someone else.
We're past.
I mean, just fingerprint her and show her that it's her.
What Isabella fails to mention is that she wasn't merely walking through the parking garage, but rather hiding. And in
Oh.
addition to locating the suspect, police discovered an array of items relating to the brutal crime that Isabella also failed to conceal.
This
Okay.
is not gonna go anywhere. You guys
Oh,
keep accusing me of being
no.
this girl, and I'm not her.
What'd your mother do?
Oh,
You're just repeating yourselves over and over. And
We're not going to acknowledge the fact that you're not telling us who you are. We're moving right past that.
The detectives don't
She
spend
really
any time
thinks she's
trying to build
outsmarting
rapport
them.
with Isabella, which can damage their ability to get her to speak honestly with them. Not only that, but they appear to be jumping straight into a part of the Reed technique where they reject her lies so that she doesn't become entrenched in repeating them and accusing her. To start an interrogation this way is very unusual. They may be trying a few different techniques to see what works, but so far, they aren't doing a very good job of squashing her alive.
Was
can
it
you
the
please just
weed?
fingerprint me?
Was it the weed? She liked the
Weed.
weed?
When offering to be fingerprinted, Isabella makes a declaratory statement indicating that she feels confident. This could mean that she strongly believes
Yeah.
what she's saying.
Yeah,
When
she's
someone
just
has
like,
schizophrenia, they often
she said,
experience
"Fingerprint me."
hallucinations and delusions that cause them to hear, see, or feel things that do not exist. Delusions can lead to strong beliefs or perceptions that are not based in reality. This altered perception of the world can create a stark contrast between their experiences and what others perceive, leading to a profound disconnect from shared reality.
What weed?
Marijuana? She like the marijuana in your place?
What?
Is that what it was?
Marijuana?
For Christ's sake, you had the master bedroom in the house. What parent gives up their master bedroom?
I am not this girl.
What
Oh
parent
my
gives up
God,
their
I am
master
not
bedroom?
this girl.
Explain that. Who does that?
I am not this girl.
What kind of a horrible parent does that? Gives up the master bedroom to their daughter.
What person is that you're accusing me of being a spy?
My dad did that for me when I was in high school. After my parents got divorced, we had like extra room in the house, and so my dad gave me the master bedroom, and he took like the smaller room so that I could have like I don't know, more space for stuff, which is very sweet.
Oh, I really terrible, but I am.
Didn't your mother give you a job? Didn't she teach you? Didn't she give you a job, give you
My
employment?
mother's name is Sabrina.
And that's the way you thank her?
The shocking
cops
secrets
suck.
that Isabella kept would slowly but surely unravel. For now, detectives simply want to know why she committed
Like,
such an
clearly their
unbelievable
tactic
crime.
isn't working.
But it seems that not even she can answer
But
this
they're just
question.
being so like annoyingly aggressive.
This can't be happening. This can't.
It is.
I never killed anybody.
You killed your mom last night.
No, I did not.
Yep.
No, I did not.
We're going to be able to prove it. Yes, we are going to be able. We are going to be able to prove it.
Prove me innocent.
No, the
You
police.
will prove me innocent.
We have a very solid investigation. Okay.
Okay.
This case
This
will
is
be,
so awkward.
will be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, and you will probably spend the rest of your life in prison. That's what's going to happen to you.
Part of the Reed technique is to present irrefutable evidence to trap the suspect in their lies. However, here the detectives are using unsure and uncertain language, such as "we're going to prove it" rather than "we can prove it,"
Yeah.
which won't be as effective. As well, the Reed technique
Yeah.
teaches detectives to avoid talking about the consequences and to minimize the crime in order to get the suspect's defenses down and to keep them talking. By already threatening punishment, the suspect loses any incentive to keep talking. Throughout all of this, Isabella has remained confident in her denials. It appears the detectives may have been upset by the crime when they started the interview, and then grew frustrated because Isabella isn't budging. And now they're letting their emotions lead them.
Yeah.
So far, this is really poor interrogation practice, and it seems as though they aren't following any actual plan or technique.
They're not.
Isabella states
They
that she
suck.
will soon be proven innocent. In the meantime,
I would
she
do a better
wishes
job
to see her
than them.
boyfriend, although future revelations would reveal that this would be easier said than done, for one very strange reason.
How about we give you a few minutes to think about it?
Think about what?
The truth.
I already told you the truth.
And that's the story you're going to stick with?
It's the truth. What do you mean? I'm not
Well-
gonna lie to you and tell you I'm a murderer.
I have a feeling at some point you're going to change your mind and you're going to probably look back on this day, today, right now,
No, I will
with
not.
some regrets because you're going to have an opportunity today to set the record straight on why you did what you did. And there may
No,
be
I will not.
some reason in your mind that makes sense.
No, I will not.
The detectives now seem to be jumping to different steps of the Reed technique, such as skipping
Bro.
over minimizing the crime or offering an alternative theory for why the crime was committed, stating that it's her opportunity to speak without presenting any reason.
I just don't get why they can't just be like in a calm way, you know? Just like say, hey, we have proved you guilty. Okay, even though if they haven't done it exactly yet, they could still say that we've proved you guilty. We, you know, you're a little delulu right now. We need to, you know, find out some answers to why you've done something that you've done that, you know, you probably don't remember. You know? Can interrogators lie? I'm pretty sure they could stretch to the truth in some ways. It's entrapment. But if they actually do have the evidence of her like killing the mom, it depends. Depends on the country. I'm pretty sure we've watched a few videos where they can definitely lie. A long time ago. But I do remember when we watched videos a long time ago, the issue that this causes is that it almost sort of gaslights a person that is on trial to think that they actually did something that they didn't do. And out of stress, they end up admitting to something that they actually didn't do. You know? So it's kind of, it could be bad. Sets them up for failure, essentially, when they're actually probably innocent.
Why she should take the opportunity is ineffective. They shouldn't rant about how horrible the crime is, as this will just stop her from speaking. Rather, they should have started with rapport building, introduced themselves, and treated her like a normal human being. Then they could have started asking her about her night, what she'd been up to, and see what her story was before they started finding the holes.
Yeah!
Though it can feel uncomfortable to try to establish rapport with someone who has committed a horrendous act, it's essential to the interrogation process. It's as though these detectives were too uncomfortable, so they skipped that part.
I am Samantha Gonzalez. You have got the wrong.
I don't think the cops were uncomfortable. It sounds like they were just like treating her like she is a child. They're just scolding her. They're like, we know what happened. You don't know any better. We know what happened, so this is how it's gonna be, kind of thing. But they actually should be, you know, if they would have like asked like, oh, what were you up to today? Blah, blah, blah. They could fill in the gaps with what had actually happened or catch her in a lie. But instead, this conversation is just, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Yes, you did.
You're going to have,
no, you
have a
didn't.
very, very big impact on the rest of your life.
You guys keep interrogating me.
Isabella has a very flat affect when she speaks, which is common with individuals with schizophrenia. Even with her displays of anger earlier, she doesn't really show much on her face, which is another feature of individuals with schizophrenia.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
What the hell is going on? Can you please just...
Do you understand what I'm saying, Isabella? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Don't call me Isabella.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm not Isabella.
Your decisions today are going to have a big impact on the rest of your life. You're 18 years old. You got a long ways to go.
Fingerprint me.
No, you're not charged.
You're arresting me because I
we-
look like somebody. That's wrong.
It is you.
It's not me.
It's strange that they don't take Isabella up on her offer to be
Yeah,
fingerprinted.
just say
As they could
okay.
use the fingerprints as evidence to show her that she can't deny she was involved. The detective seems to not want to give
Bro,
Isabella
they're
the
like,
power
no.
to demand something.
Since you want
and
that,
he's
we're
trying
not
to
gonna
make
do
her feel
that.
powerless by denying her suggestion. He also seems to be making the interrogation personal, which is one of the worst things an investigator can do, as he's not even using interrogation techniques anymore. In this bid for power and control, he's missed an opportunity to gather the evidence to confront her. However,
Idiots.
there's also the possibility that this is a procedural issue, as it's usually mandated by state law that fingerprints, and in some cases DNA, be taken from suspects. Perhaps the police figure they'll have them soon enough and didn't want to bother getting her fingerprints earlier.
You're acting like you're running this investigation. You're demanding to be fingerprinted. You're demanding to be weighed.
Dude, it's actually, it makes me want to vomit. Have you guys ever gotten into an argument with someone and they're just so emotionally charged where they just cannot see anything else other than their just own emotions? Like, they cannot. Like, these guys are like, I can't believe you asked to be fingerprinted. We're supposed to ask you to be fingerprinted. How dare you try to take charge? Like, this is fragile ego. This is like, they're so upset that she's like has like some power in this conversation by saying no to them that they're like freaking out about it. It's so childish.
All right.
Telling us that you're not this person, that we've made a big mistake, we've arrested the
Don't I
wrong
have a
person.
right to prove that I am innocent? Yes, right? Please.
Do you understand the law?
I'd be so embarrassed if I were
Do you
them.
understand the law?
Kind of. I've never been arrested or anything before.
Where'd you go to high school?
This place called
Oh my god, a question?
Ohio.
Montgomery.
Yeah.
Notice that Isabella's foot started moving suddenly, though she's been mostly still throughout. This is a sign of her anxiety around this topic of questioning. Individuals with delusions can become anxious when confronted about something not covered by their delusion.
My feet move
It's
all
like
the
if the typical
time.
person went out drinking and woke up with a gap in their memory. When asked about the fuzzy spot, they would be confused and easily suggestible, which would lead to anxiety. The brain makes up answers if it doesn't remember. Everyone's brain does this. As humans, we are uncomfortable with blank spots and uncertainty, so our brain will fill the gap with something to make us feel better.
Oh
This may
shit.
be what we're seeing here.
I got kicked
No,
out though.
you didn't go there. You went to Overland.
You're Overland High
You went to
School
Overland
graduate.
High School.
No, I
You're in
didn't.
the yearbook.
She went to Overland High School. I did not.
No. She is you.
No, she is not.
Okay, well,
Bro,
She is,
obviously
but-
that's not working.
Is this just your way of dealing with this? You pretend you're somebody you're not? I mean, is that your mechanism for...
This is just really frustrating. I'm not even really scared or anything at all because I know that I'm not this person.
So you're not scared at all?
Because I'm not her.
Are you on any drugs?
No.
Any prescription medication?
No.
You ever been to a doctor for anything?
I've been sick before, like every other normal person.
Yeah.
What kind of things have you had? What kind of sicknesses?
Regular colds, nothing serious.
You been to a psychiatrist?
No.
You ever been diagnosed with any mental problems?
No.
The detectives ask Isabella various questions to ensure that she has all of her faculties.
Do you know what month it is?
This is August, right?
August? Do you know what day it is?
No, I haven't had my phone in a while. What day is it today?
So you do have a phone.
I did back in my
No,
house.
you just said
I left it behind.
Do you drink?
No.
Did you drink anything last night?
No.
Take any pills last night?
No.
Smoke any weed last night?
No.
So you would have been a clear head last night. Not under the influence of anything.
I didn't kill anybody.
That's not what I asked you.
I'm a
Bro,
perfectly normal girl.
Perfectly normal?
she's a perfectly normal
Who are your
girl.
friends?
Don't really have any friends. All I have is my boyfriend.
That's what everybody we talked to said about you. Said you don't have any
No
friends.
friends.
Okay.
People that usually sit in that chair or accused of murder don't have any friends.
These statements are not only personal attacks.
That was uncalled for. Okay? There are a lot of really good people out there that don't have friends that are not going to murder people. That is a crazy thing to say. People that usually sit in that chair or accused of murder, that's accused. You could be accused of murder and innocent. Bro, that is crazy. That is crazy. Don't worry, chat. I got you. Don't worry. I'll defend you. I got you.
But also antagonistic.
You're
Those who
not a
kill other
murderer,
people often
right?
come in many varieties. There's no set rule.
Most people say you're mean and they don't like you.
I'm not your friend.
I guess she's a mean person then.
You're a mean person.
I'm not a mean person.
Hey, yo, wait. Hey, you know what? No, I'm not your friend. Hey, back up. Back up. I'm not your friend.
You're not
I
insane.
can't defend you in court.
You're a mean
Back up.
person.
I'm not a mean person.
And you're a liar.
Isabella's foot only seems to move when she's uncomfortable. Here it appears to be because she doesn't like being called a mean person, and because they're attacking her. Understandably, most people value being well-regarded, liked, and not being seen as mean. So it makes perfect sense that this would increase her anxiety. What's most interesting here, though, is that despite the fact that she should be really uncomfortable and leaning away from the detectives, she's not. She's leaning forward towards them.
No, I am not.
And you're a terrible liar.
No, I am
This
not.
makes no sense at all.
No, you're
So if you just want to sit there and be a cold-blooded killer who the jury will convict in 10 minutes of first-degree murder for killing their
Yeah,
mother,
threaten her.
then keep it up,
Keep threatening her.
Isabella.
That's working.
The detectives want to know why Isabella would brutally kill her own mother, but the answer is unlike anything they've heard before. There's much more to the story than meets the eye, but the
I wanna
disturbing
know.
case is only just beginning.
Sometimes
Oh
people get
my
mad. Sometimes
gosh.
people are scared. Maybe you acted in self-defense. Maybe she had the knife.
Only now do they decide to try to minimize the crime, but after they talked about her being a cold-blooded killer,
I'm not this girl. I don't know what happened with her and her life and who she is or what school she went to. That's not my problem. My problem right now is finding my boyfriend.
It's a funny game you're playing, but nobody's laughing. You think some juror sitting on a jury is going to believe that you're not the person we suspect killed their mother when you're caught right down the street with knife injuries to your hand?
Scissors.
It's not scissor injuries.
I told you they were scissors.
It's not scissor injuries.
Yes, it was. You're not gonna bully me into admitting what you want me to.
No, I suspect we're probably not. I mean, that's a decision you have to make in your own head. I mean, that's the bottom line. You're 18 years of age. You understand why you're here. You know what you've done. We've given you an opportunity to talk about what you've done. We've given you an opportunity to give us a reason why you did what you did.
Okay, chat. My food just got here. Everyone, go potty. Get your snackies. Okay, we got true crime for another 4 hours before plate up. Well, 3.5 hours. So I'm gonna go grab my food. I'll be right back. Yeah, get your snackies. Go potty. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my food. 1 second. Oh my god. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. I'm back. Okay. And Nobby was hollering at me. All right, I got my smoothie. I got my absolutely messed up avocado toast with eggs. Oh my god, it's so messed up. Okay, play!
And you've continued on this crazy ass story that this you have nothing to do with this, and that story's not believable. We don't
It
believe
has
I'm
to
out
be
of breath.
believable. It will be proven.
If the police don't believe you, what do you think happens?
You go to court.
Yeah, you go to jail, for one.
You go to court.
And someday you're going to go to court.
Oh my god, this is the best smoothie I've had from this place. So good.
And if this is your way of trying to get through it, then so be it. But I mean, just so you know, I mean, obviously we don't believe you. We don't believe anything
Okay,
you
just
told
prove
us here
that she's
today.
guilty so she can see it.
My guess is that you're probably going to continue down the same road.
I'm gonna
acting
mute
like
myself while I
you don't know
eat.
what we're talking about and pretending that none of this applies to you and you're not that person. And I don't know what TV show you watched that thought this would be a good idea to come up with a plan for defending yourself against a murder charge, but I can tell you it's not going to work. So you're so tired?
I've been sleeping in a park all night.
And you're sleeping out,
Walked around
running from the
trying
police
to
all
find my
night.
boyfriend.
Running from the police is tiring.
I didn't run. from
Actually, you were sleeping in a Jeep.
a Jeep.
Yeah, the basement of the park garage. Do you remember that?
I was not sleeping in a Jeep.
Why are you lying about this where you were sleeping?
Somebody saw you.
How do you think we found you? Somebody saw you and called us.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
it does.
Isabella was sitting in a blue
She
Jeep
is
Wrangler in a parking garage off
Delulu!
of South Parker Road when someone noticed her. But what they found to be even more suspicious was the various items sitting outside of the vehicle, such as a backpack and clothes. The car was actually being held for a client of a vehicle service, where a company employee immediately notified police once they spotted the teenager.
Your picture's all over the TV news media.
Okay, here's a picture of a girl that looks like me as all over too.
No, your picture is
Why
on
did I
it.
have to be born looking like this?
What kind of a grand coincidence would it be that you just happen to look like this person?
Grand coincidence. It's a shitty coincidence.
Isabella, this is
Don't call me Isabella.
This is
It's
really
a shitty coincidence. Dude,
it's
she's
frustrating. I'm sure
sounds
you're frustrated,
convincing.
too. You'd feel better. We'd have a better understanding of why you did what you did. Maybe
I
somewhere
didn't do
down,
any of this stuff, man.
maybe somewhere down the
Can you
line,
just fingerprint me?
God would find a way to forgive you.
Can you
I don't know
please
if he will or
fingerprint me?
not. My
Fingerprint
God's
me.
not going to forgive you, but your God might. For all I know, who knows?
Can you fingerprint me?
Shut
Are you listening
up!
to me?
Yeah.
This
yeah.
detective sucks
Did you stab your
ass.
Whoever this girl is, whatever her
That's not
life
what I
is,
asked.
it's not
So you didn't
about-
murder. You keep saying you didn't murder anybody. Did
No.
you stab your mom?
No.
This is the first instance where Isabella is asked if she stabbed her mom, and her response is telling. It's also a response that will change later in the interrogation. We see Isabella engage in grooming behaviors, such as brushing her hair and face multiple times, and then we see her do an anchor point movement and shift her leg. Rather than being crossed, her leg is now at a 90-degree angle where it's become a barrier between her and the detectives. She also rubs her mouth, creating a cluster of nonverbal behaviors.
Okay, bro,
which
I don't
indicate
think
that
she's
she has
creating a
increasing
barrier.
Anxiety. When directly asked if she stabbed her mom, she delays answering before saying something unrelated.
You didn't take a knife and stab your mom last night.
No.
So the knife that we found is not going to have your fingerprints and your DNA on it?
No, it will not. She may look like me, but there's
No,
no way
no,
we're gonna
no.
have the same.
I think it's probably going to.
You can think whatever you like.
Probably?
Just don't lie.
Once again, they're using words like I think and probably. They don't even sound sure or confident when trying to refute her lies.
Hey, you're exactly right. Test is not lying.
Noobs.
I'm waiting for you to test.
The parking garage that you were in, you were caught, were you arrested? Were they pointing guns at you? The knife's in there.
Okay.
How do you explain that?
I walked through a parking garage that a knife was in.
Isabella, do you understand
Stop
DNA?
calling me Isabella.
Do you
God damn it.
understand DNA evidence?
Yeah,
You read
I know
papers,
what
watch
it
the
is.
news, you know what it is?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to do it right now so I can go.
Explain to me what your interpretation of DNA evidence is. What do you think it means?
Doesn't everyone have like different DNA?
Okay? Specific to each individual. So what do you think is going to happen when we take a sample of your DNA and we compare it to the knife that we found? And your
You're gonna
DNA is
let
going
me
to be
go
on
because
it.
the DNA will not match.
Your DNA is going to be on it. That's going to prove that you
The
handled that
DNA will
knife.
not match.
And those cuts on your hand,
I told you how all of this happened to me.
so you obviously bled. We're going to
in the house
analyze.
in
We're
Ohio.
going to analyze the blood that you left. You understand? We're going to be able to type that blood back to you.
No, not your house in Ohio. The
Okay.
bathroom at your house where you killed your mom.
After the discussion of the DNA, she starts swaying in the chair for the first time, which is another red flag. She does have concerns about the DNA now that she's heard all of this information, which is an interesting reaction given how she will behave later on.
Did you see the police dog in there? Is that why you ran out of there?
Police dog.
Yeah.
Like police dog.
The police dog that was inside the parking garage when you came running out? Do you remember running out of the parking garage?
I
And
don't
running into police officers? Do you remember that part?
I didn't run. I walked out of a parking garage and was ambushed.
That wasn't you either?
Wait, what?
That wasn't you either? So,
I am not this Isabella girl. All this crazy fucking shit keeps happening, and I am not this girl.
crazy fucking shit, that's a good way to put it.
How would you feel if this was done to you?
I'd be scared if I were you.
I'm not really scared. I'm just a little freaked out.
So you're
all
not
this
scared by
happening.
this?
No, because the DNA will not match.
Do you have no remorse for what you did?
I did not do anything wrong.
So you don't, do you?
I am not
You could
Isabella.
just sit there and continue to deny this with a clear conscience.
I am not Isabella.
Really? You could just sit here
Dude,
and
she sounds
completely
so
deny all
convincing.
of this.
I'm not denying anything. I am being truthful.
That's you.
No, it is not.
There's no question. That's you.
She's pretty.
Yeah, you're a pretty girl. That's you.
But that's not me.
Yeah, that's up your Facebook account.
She's a singer.
It's not even a funny game anymore.
Why would she kill anybody?
That's what we want to know.
That is the question.
Why would Isabella kill her mom?
Isabella may not be able to answer their question just yet, but little do they know that there are multiple layers to the sick and twisted story.
I'm done.
And the more they uncover, the harder it is to wrap their heads around such a shocking case.
Why would anybody kill their mother? I mean, what do you think? What would cause somebody to become so enraged with their mother that they would kill them? What would
I
happen?
don't know.
What
I
would
don't
it
know
take?
how people think. I stay away from people because they all
Well,
try
just
to
tell
hurt
me what you think. I mean, what's your thoughts on it?
What is my thoughts on this whole situation?
No. Specifically, what would it take for somebody to kill their mother? What would make them so angry that they would do that?
Isabella engages in some grooming behavior here, which generally occurs when people want to be liked or viewed as likable by others. It's approval-seeking behavior. This is followed by her incorrectly rephrasing a question. It's clear that this question has increased her anxiety because not only has she repeated their question, giving her time to think about her answer, but she had to know they would correct her, giving her even more time to think.
I really have no idea. I would never kill my own mother. She may be a horrible person.
Not the
I
Debbie
don't have the potential
Ryan.
to kill me.
Why is your mother a horrible person?
She hates me because I'm a legitimate child.
So she hates you?
Yeah, I
Oh.
kind of ruined her marriage, basically, and they blame me for it.
So you got anger issues?
I don't have anger issues. I just left.
You hate your mom? That's
I
kind of
don't
an
hate
anger
her.
issue.
She's scary.
By playing into her lie and going along with her being another person, the detectives may be finally attempting to build some rapport with her.
Finally, we're getting
She's
somewhere.
scary. So I ran away.
Did your mom beat you?
She doesn't beat. She hurts with weapons like scissors.
You pull it through?
Keep going. What's that? Hello?
Is
What's
this
that?
scar? I got that when I was a kid. I had stitches.
No, it's not. It's from stitches.
It is from stitches.
How did you get that?
Lines.
Police dog, wasn't it?
Police dog.
Isabella got bit by a police dog, has a scar on her right arm.
This is really freaky.
Yeah, that is really freaky.
So that's it? You
Yeah,
should
that's
just
it.
leave now?
We got the wrong person, we just let you
Yeah.
go.
Let you go?
Yeah.
Okay. Just like that.
Yeah.
See you later. Have a good day.
What's your boyfriend's name?
Gabriel Adams.
Gabriel Adams. You certainly know his phone number, right? Call him right here and we can talk to him. He can just clear this all up. What's his phone number?
He threw his phone away. I was
Come on.
supposed to meet him somewhere.
No.
You can't track him.
Oh. Call
You want
him,
to, he doesn't
quick!
exist.
He does exist.
Okay.
He's my soulmate.
Oh, that's laughable. That's laughable. You have a soul.
There's no professional
Bro,
explanation
this
for the
guy's
comment.
so cringe.
That's laughable that you have a soul. Even some of the other comments could be possibly pointed to as playing the bad cop, but this goes too far. He's clearly letting his personal feelings about this crime lead the interrogation. Someone should be pulling him out of the room.
Yeah,
I do
true.
have a soul. All living creatures have a
No,
soul, even
no.
animals.
People who do what you did, soulless.
Before police are able to find out exactly what the reason behind the heinous act is, they delve a little deeper into the tumultuous life of their suspect. In doing so, the detectives sit down to interview Ryan, who not only provides valuable information about his stepdaughter, but he also recalls the horrifying timeline of events.
I saw Isabella. She had a blank expression on her face. I'm not sure what happened with the knife she was carrying. It looked like she was still holding on to it. And I looked down and I saw my wife on the floor.
Aw,
Blood everywhere.
poor
all over the
guy.
bathroom. I was talking to the dispatcher, and the dispatcher told me, make sure you get her breathing again, get her airways open. I don't know CPR. So, but at that time, I looked at my wife's eyes, and I knew that she must not have made it.
Oh, it's so
I just
sad.
couldn't believe that it had happened like that. Isabella was in a rage like I've never seen before.
What do you mean?
Well, I could just hear her just pummeling my wife. I thought she was just hitting her with her fists.
Okay. So that thumping sound you were
Thumping
hearing.
sound, I thought, was Yumi maybe hitting against the wall, and
Okay.
Isabella just pounding her with her fists.
Okay.
So that's what I originally thought it was, and that's when I called 911.
Although it hasn't been confirmed, it's possible that Isabella also used the baseball bat as a weapon.
Tell me about that. What was the reasoning for that?
She came downstairs where I was sleeping, and she said, I feel very uncomfortable with Isabella in the house. She said that Isabella had threatened her or cursed at her, and spit in her face
Okay.
when she was laying down up there, and rambled off some terrible things to her.
Okay. Did she tell you what those terrible things were?
No, she didn't specifically tell me. I know this morning, she showed me an email that Isabella had written that was written to her, or written to a Cecilia. So it was a strange email, but it came to my wife. And I can't remember what the email said. It's on her phone.
Okay.
But it was very disturbing from Isabella, something very weird.
The email
What?
sent by Isabella to her mother on the same day of the killing was chilling beyond words.
Let
It
me
read,
see.
You will pay.
Let me see.
However, it wasn't made out to Yoon Mi, but rather a woman named Cecilia. Yoon Mi was so concerned about her daughter's behavior that she called 911 just hours before her demise. 4 officers arrived at the house, in addition to Isabella's biological father, Robert Guzman. Isabella was confronted while sitting on a swing in their backyard,
They
but that
didn't
had
do
little effect on
anything?
the teenager. She apparently spewed a string of insults to Yoon Mi, though it's unclear as to what was said. The officers warned the teenager that she should not treat her mother in such a volatile
Dude,
manner.
the mom talked to the dad and said that she was uncomfortable. And also called the cops and said that she was uncomfortable. All in the same day of her getting murdered by what was making her uncomfortable. That is depressing. That is so sad.
Stating that Yoon Mi was within her rights to obtain a court order and evict Isabella from the house if she felt it was necessary to do so. Isabella responded with nothing but silence.
They've had a bad relationship.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, they've had a bad relationship for years. She resents her mom very much.
Ryan states that at the age of 6 or 7, Yoon Mi sent Isabella to live with Robert due to her disobedient behavior. The pair had divorced when Isabella was just 3 years old, and Ryan and Yoon Mi began a relationship 1 year after. Yoon Mi's hope had been that her daughter would learn to respect others while living with her father. But it seems things didn't change. In fact, Isabella was supposedly continuing to act out, and apparently had a difficult relationship with Robert and his new wife.
And then she moves back in with you guys.
She moves back in with us at 14.
Is Isabella?
I'll be right back. 1 second. Just 1 second. I always get so cold when I drink this thing. Just 1 second. Okay, it was just for 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Bro, the smoothies make me so cold. It's so cold, I'm freezing. I'm so cold. Okay, okay, I know it's loud. I'm sorry, my bad. All right, here we go.
Ever been,
No.
is she on medication?
Okay, first of all, if it was 80 degrees in here like how I would like it, I wouldn't be this cold. but I have to keep it at 70 degrees because Myung and I share the same AC unit. And when she streams in her room, it's really, really hot in there because it's her stream room is much, the heat, it gets a lot hotter in there. So I have to keep it at 70 permanently. So cold.
Or has she ever been
She's not on
under doctor's care or anything like that? For any
She
type
went
of
to a
issues?
she went to a psychiatrist for maybe a month, and the psychiatrist said, "No, she's fine. She's just a typical girl."
How long ago was that?
That's been maybe 2-3 years ago, something like that.
So today, after the police come out and speak with her, what was her attitude or her demeanor after that contact with the officers?
She seemed okay. She was friendly. Her dad gave her a big hug, but I don't think she was very happy that her mom called the police.
Following the dispute, Yoon-mi headed back to work.
We were in the house again,
Any
together. No problems.
problems? No, any conversation? Any?
Not much of a conversation
Oh,
at all.
yeah.
Didn't
Did she
really
give you
say
any
much.
pretty
indication that she might be
comfy.
plotting to do something like this?
Oh no. I knew she was mad at her mom, and I knew she was very, very upset at her mom, but I had no idea she would ever do anything like this.
Though Ryan didn't suspect it, she was indeed
He
plotting
seems
something
pretty
terribly heinous.
calm.
When was the last time you cried?
Last time I cried,
Yeah.
when I ran away,
You got a pretty good memory, don't you?
I have a normal person's memory.
Okay. I don't think you're a normal
It
person.
took me like a week to get here.
Did you hear me? I don't think you're a normal person. I asked you when you last time you cried.
I told you I cried when I ran away.
You didn't run away from anywhere. You ran away from a crime scene is what you did.
No, I did
So
not.
you cried when you ran away last night?
I did not do any of these things. I am not Isabella.
Maybe
Oh,
we should just
really?
bring,
Why don't you just
Robert
bring the
down here.
DNA test?
Let's bring Robert down here.
Who's Robert?
You know who Robert is.
Who's Robert?
No, I don't.
Robert could stand right there in that doorway and identify you.
Oh,
You're his own flesh and
her
blood.
dad.
According to Ryan, Isabella and Robert were always close, even through thick and thin, but she can't seem to remember that.
How about if we have Ryan?
Oh no,
Yeah.
and then she's gonna reject him.
Have him
That's
come
her
in.
stepdad.
We could have Ryan come in. I mean, he's the one that last saw you before you took off running from the police last night.
This is all her life, and he keeps
He's the
saying it's
one that
mine.
he's the one that identified you. What do you think about that? We'll have him come down. Maybe you can apologize. and
I'm
then
not
make
going to
you feel better.
apologize to a stranger.
What's wrong? What happened in chat? What's the problem? Why are people asking for mods? I feel like we don't really need more mods, maybe just more active ones. Maybe. Buh. Oh. Oh, I found it. Bro, I can't even like joke. Some people take jokes so seriously. Yeah, when I said Sykkuno was pregnant with triplets and said daddy. It's all good, just a joke. All right. Hey, Porchy. It's just a joke. Okay. All right. Don't worry. It was only a joke. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. I know. Sometimes we can't understand when people are joking and we have to have, you know, clarification on whether things are a joke or not. But friends do joke with each other. It's true. Oh, Samson says, just got all the footage, working through it today. He said he could probably get the video ready by the end of this week. Let's go. But All right. Preg Kuno. Yeah, so Kuno gave birth to triplets.
What do you mean? I
Well,
didn't
he
kill
would come in and
anybody.
lie about. He would come in and stand and only lie about committing somebody who committed a.
Well, obviously somebody died or this wouldn't be happening, but I didn't kill
Play-ups
anybody.
at 8
What do you
p.m.
know
tonight.
about it?
I don't even know what you're trying to... I don't even understand what you're trying to say right now.
Isabella's flat affect is similar to another case we've covered, Morgan Geyser, also known as the Slender Man
Oh
stabbing.
yeah, we saw
Do you
that
know where you
one.
are right now? Not really. Where do you think you are? At a police station.
Morgan was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and again, this kind of flat, emotionless speaking is typical with this diagnosis.
Kathy, maybe?
Who's that?
Come on, no, Isabella.
Stop calling me Isabella.
You know who that is?
Wait, you guys are like... What? Didn't you say that this girl has no friends?
Well, there's people that know you. They may not be your friend.
Detective sat down with Isabella's friend, Catherine Argueta, also known as Kathy.
I just don't like how these cops are not even acting like she may have a mental illness. Like, they're just pretending that she's lying, or just like straight up believing that she's just lying. But I feel like if she's this persistent and like begging for a DNA test or whatever, like, why can't they just consider that maybe she's not mentally there? I don't know.
Who gave a bit of insight on who Isabella was outside of her family home. Apparently, Kathy met Isabella at Overland High School, in addition to Isabella's ex-boyfriend, Ilya Abramov, who goes by Tony. The trio, along with Kathy's boyfriend, would apparently use recreational marijuana from time to time. Kathy explained that Isabella had developed a spiritual side to herself within the last year, and had become increasingly quiet. Yet at the same time, there was a noticeable kindness that she had not previously shown, though Kathy didn't elaborate further. It appeared that things may have been looking up for her, or perhaps there was a more sinister intention behind this newfound enlightenment.
I want to know why
Kathy
she
goes on
did
to
it.
say that she received a chilling text message from Isabella on Monday, August 26th, only 2 days prior to the killing. She angrily insulted Kathy using a derogatory term, and ended the text with a shocking last few words. "I know what you did." Kathy messaged back asking what she was talking about, but Isabella didn't respond. However, on August 28th at 7:15 p.m., her phone buzzed once again. Isabella had sent another text, this time saying, "The astro beam has awakened." Utterly confused, Kathy responded asking for an explanation, but to no avail.
The astro beam has
Only a short
awakened.
time later would Isabella commit the unthinkable.
These are your bags, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know the stores that where you wrap up your wrists? H Mart?
Actually, these people were real nice to me and gave me these things.
But you bought something, right?
They paid for it for me.
Who?
This Asian lady took pity on me. Came all dirty. She asked me if I was okay, and I cried, and I told her I was trying to call my boyfriend, I could use the phone. She said, "You don't have any stuff." Well, I'll give you some tampons and things. The clothes are mine. But she gave me the underwear and the pads and stuff, because I didn't have money for it.
Someone go there to look at the videos. You won't be on the video?
I'll be on the video.
At the H Mart. They have surveillance cameras on it, at the H Mart.
If you want to go look and see if I was an H-Mart, you'll see that I was.
After fleeing from the scene, Isabella made her way to the H Mart grocery store, where she quickly caught attention due to her disheveled state and bloody clothing. A nice lady took pity on her, and in addition to buying her a few items, she also provided her own cell phone number in case Isabella needed anything else.
And what did you tell her?
What do you mean, what did I tell her?
What did you tell her? Because we're going to call her and talk to her. What story did you tell her? What did you tell her?
She's Korean. She doesn't even speak any English.
We have interpreters. What did she say? What did you tell her?
God, girl.
I told her the truth.
What did you say?
Exactly the same thing that I told you.
Where'd you meet her at?
Where the receipt says.
She what?
Where the receipt says.
Where's that?
It's right by the garage. Where you ambushed me and basically kidnapped me out.
Okay. So you met her inside or outside?
Inside.
So you leave Ohio with all of this stuff, all your worldly possessions. This is what you travel across the country.
I told you, Gabriel said he'll take care of me. I didn't need to bring much.
But you can't get hold of Gabriel if you get your phone.
No,
How does that make any sense?
he had to dump it.
Your story doesn't make any sense because it's not true. A 2-year-old wouldn't believe your story.
A
A
2-year-old
comes with a
probably
better
would.
story.
Next, the detectives ask
I'm
for
gonna be honest, a 2-year-old probably just would believe her story. But I'm curious. If you guys had a girlfriend and then she killed her mom, would you guys still date her? What would you do? What would you do if you were in a relationship and they just killed their parent? I could fix her. I knew it. I knew some of you were deranged, bro. I was just, you know, I could fix her. You can't fix her! Let her go! Let her go!
her permission to conduct a DNA test. They're not surprised when she immediately agrees, seeing as it has been her most frequent request. But what she doesn't understand is just how long it actually takes to obtain the results.
Please bring the DNA test now. So I
Depends
can
on
leave.
why.
You're not leaving, just so you understand that.
The DNA will not match.
Well, that
Yeah, context for sure
If the
matters.
DNA does not match, I
you
will
can
be free,
continue
right?
to think that, but you are not leaving, just so you
Okay,
know.
theoretically, if the DNA doesn't match, you have to let me go, right?
Does she look like Margot Robbie? That's a good question. That's a good question.
No.
That doesn't make any sense. Yes.
No, you've been identified as a killer.
I have not been
By an
identified. If the
eyewitness.
DNA does not match, then I will be set free.
Well, that's not going to be the case. We won't know that for months.
For
You're under arrest for
months.
first-degree murder. You have
What?
no bond. You ain't going nowhere but jail.
It takes
You're
months.
not 15. You're 18.
No, I am not. You cannot do this to me. This is wrong.
Yes, we
You
can.
have to prove I am who she is before you can take me anywhere.
No, we don't. We know who you
Isabella,
are.
we're trying to give you
Stop
an
calling
opportunity.
me Isabella.
We're just trying to give you an opportunity to tell us what happened.
Stop calling me
So
Isabella.
you don't understand. You don't understand.
My
the
name
full
is
impact of
Samantha.
this, do you? You don't understand the full impact. Yes, you're going to jail. No, you are not getting out of jail. There is no bond with first-degree murder. Do you understand that?
I didn't murder anybody.
And we'll easily prove a case against you.
You can't prove anything because I didn't do it.
Yeah, we will.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah, what's wrong with
You
all
have
of
no
you?
conscience. None.
I'm not evil. You don't even
Yeah,
know who I am. I'm just a random girl on the street
Oh.
that you ambushed.
No, you're one of the most evil person I've ever sat across the table from.
I'm not evil.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, huh? No, yes, huh?
The
No.
detectives continue to remind Isabella of the
detectives suck
consequences
ass.
and telling her how terrible she is, and stating that she's the most evil he's ever sat
You're a
across
bad
from.
girl.
All of which
Nuh-uh,
hasn't got them
yes,
very
huh?
far. At this point, Isabella has been in the room with them for an hour. If she was in her right mind, most people would have asked for a lawyer by now. The conduct of both officers is unprofessional, suggesting a lack of training and an inability to conduct custodial interrogations properly. Somehow, despite their approach, they're just barely able to stay away from crossing the line into coercion, though there's enough nuance here to argue that point from both sides. More importantly, they have completely abandoned the Reed technique and its core tenet of getting a confession through the use
No,
of empathy.
you.
The point of an interrogation
No,
is to be a
you.
listener and to create an open environment where the suspect can make disclosures. Even look at the table. It's cluttered and disorganized, creating an environment non-conducive to the sharing of information. Their methods of countering her
Look at this
denials are
table.
also interesting. It's generally sarcastic and closed off, not inviting Isabella to say more or to keep talking even in the face of having her denial dismissed. Everything about their actions appears intended to harass the suspect, rather than doing their best to support the dialogue necessary for a confession.
You scared the hell out of me. Because you have no conscience.
I scare the hell out of you.
Shut
Yeah,
up,
you have no
pussy.
conscience. You can do
Bro, I
anything
can't.
to
I
anybody.
can't. I can't with these cops. They are so bad at their job. It's almost unbearable. He's like, you kind of scare me because you don't have a conscience.
You do it. How do you do this thing?
Isabella
God,
states
I
that she would
can't.
like a DNA test as soon as possible, and the detective performs a cheek swab.
Say, for instance, somehow we've got this all jacked up, and you are who you say you are, and we've brought the wrong person in here. How would we go about trying to prove that you are who you are? Who could we call? Who could we get in contact
There's
with?
no way I'm totally. Why would I call somebody who stabbed me with scissors?
Well, I'm asking you a
That's
question.
all I got.
Okay, can I
Gabriel
ask?
was waiting for me.
Can I ask you a question and just not have you interrupt? Because if we're making a mistake, we want to do the right thing. Okay. Why don't we start with who's your father? What's your father's name?
Okay, we're getting
I don't
somewhere.
really know. Honestly, my mom's kind of a crazy bitch and whores around a lot.
Okay.
She hates me because I'm an illegitimate child.
Okay,
All
so
I know is that my dad's Mexican. That's why my last name is Gonzalez.
All I know is an example of a selective memory statement. It can't exactly be refuted, but it doesn't really answer the question. This is a big nonverbal indicator that she's feeling anxious about going deeper into this line of questioning. Look at how her blinking is increased. This is a subconscious stress response. However, we
can't
can't confirm
see
that
with
this is
this
because she's
quality.
being deceptive, as it could just as easily be because she's being verbally attacked by 2 police officers for the past hour.
okay, so your dad is Mexican. His last name's Gonzalez. Do you know his first name?
She wouldn't tell me.
So you don't know his first name.
No.
Have you met your father?
No.
So you never met your father.
I ran away. Gabriel, oh my God.
Okay, slow down. I want to get to the bottom of this.
She's too codependent on her
Gonzalez is
man's
all you know.
man.
You don't know first name.
She called
Where's
me
he-
Gonzalez to
where's
prove
he
to me
from?
that I'm not good enough to be her daughter or something.
Where's your father from?
I just know he's Mexican.
Or where's he
From
from?
Mexico.
He's from
Really
Mexico.
good
So
place.
he's from Mexico, the country Mexico.
Oh, I guess, obviously.
Isabella is showing other signs that her anxiety has increased
Bro,
as
what
well.
other Mexico
such as
is
kicking
there?
her foot and avoiding the question. Again, we can't say she's being deceptive, but her anxiety level has increased with this topic. She's either seriously, legitimately 100% delusional, or an extremely skilled liar. It's possible that this is something that
That's
has been
what I'm
said to her
saying.
before, and that's why
I think
she's able
she's
to quickly push out a
Extremely
response.
delulu.
Isabella states that her mother's name is Sabrina Hicks, who lives at 2657 South Jamaica Circle in Cincinnati, Ohio. However, this address doesn't exist in the state. Although
South
26
Jamaica
South Jamaica
Circle.
Court is located in Aurora, Colorado, right across the street from Isabella's home.
Oh,
But
it's
this would only
oh,
be
that's a
just one
real-
of her many
okay.
bizarre statements to come.
What's Sabrina's birthday?
I don't know.
You don't know your mom's birthday?
I think that in this world, there's got to be 2 kinds of different moms, right? I heard about that horrible woman, Casey Anthony.
Okay.
There's 2 different kinds of mothers.
Hold up. Okay, I don't have time
There's
for
a
all this.
mother who
Do you know
tells
your mother's
child
birthday or don't you?
I don't.
Do not know.
She doesn't love me. I don't really know anything
Do
about
not know
her.
her birthday. That's
No.
the question. Don't. Okay.
No.
So your father is Gonzalez. You don't know his first name. Your
She told-
mother is Sabrina Hicks, but you don't know her birthday, and you claim they both live at this 2657 South Jamaica Circle, Cincinnati, Ohio. You don't know the zip code. How about a phone number?
They disconnected the house phone like a while ago because they're fucking cheap.
Cell phones?
I don't have their cell phone numbers. We don't talk to each other. That's why I ran away. It's like,
Okay, where does
they're
Sabrina
not really my family. They're
where
more
does
like
Sabrina Hicks
roommates.
work? Maybe we can go to her work.
She works at a grocery market.
Do you know the name?
We don't talk to each other. We're like strangers. She just hates me. She looks at me like with disgust. Oh, you illegitimate child.
Right. You poor illegitimate child, you.
The detectives ask her if she has any uncles or aunts, but she supposedly doesn't know. Next, they question her about Montgomery High School, where she claims to have attended, although this would turn out to be yet another lie. In actuality, Isabella went to Overland High School in Aurora, Colorado for a period of time before dropping out. However, it's unclear as to when she left the school and why.
What street is your high school on?
I don't know.
Well, you went to school there.
It's not
didn't you?
that far from my house. I just
What's-
walk.
what
I know
street's
how
it
to
on?
walk. I don't drive. I don't
What
know
street is it on?
name.
Because what we can do is we can go to your school, we can have officers from Cincinnati go to your school and see if we can
Why
contact
would you
your
do all
records.
that? Why
Because
can't
we're
you
trying to
just do a DNA
disprove
test?
we're trying to disprove that you're not this person.
That's great. Do the DNA test and it'll prove everything.
Well, I'm gonna have to prove it by more than one way. And the
Why?
easiest way for me to prove it is if you can put me in touch with somebody back there in Cincinnati, Ohio.
I will
that
not
can-
put you in touch with the people
we
that
can
I ran
send them
away
a picture
from.
of you and
Look
they-
at what
if they
she did to
say-
me. I will not put you in touch with them.
If they can
If
say,
find out
yes,
I'm
that's
here,
my
I'm gonna
daughter,
have to run away.
then you're out the door.
If they find out I am here, I'm gonna have to leave here again. I'm not trying to take another bus.
Hoping to catch her
Oh
in another
my
lie, the
goodness.
detectives ask if Isabella's picture would be in the Montgomery yearbook. Coincidentally, she claims to have skipped picture day.
Ugh.
Okay, so the high school yearbook's not gonna work for this year. Did you get your picture taken when you were in 8th grade, the year before?
Pine Lane Middle School.
I'm sorry?
The name is Pine Lane Middle School.
Pine Lane. Okay. Funny, I've heard of that one. There's a
Yeah.
Pine Lane here in Colorado. Did you know that?
Okay, there are lots of names.
No, it's Pine Lane Middle School. What do you think of that? Pine Lane Middle School. Same one you claim you go to
I don't go there anymore.
in Cincinnati, Ohio. There's one right here in Colorado.
And so what? Aren't there like a million? People are not creative with names.
Is your picture in their yearbook?
Yeah, probably somewhere. If you could find it. I don't know if you guys have that kind of technology.
Oh, we can find it. If it exists, we can find it.
The Cincinnati police say all three of the addresses you gave us, none of them don't exist.
Maybe they don't know every single address in all of
It's
Cincinnati.
the
Ohio.
freaking
It's a big
police
city.
department. If they don't know, who knows?
No, what do you want me
Called
to do? I'm not Isabella.
We just want you to tell the
Do you
truth.
understand how complicated you've made this?
I am not Isabella. I know you guys know that.
Not only does she have
Uh-oh.
palms up here, showing a lack of confidence in what she's saying, but she brings her leg back up in a barrier position.
Okay?
The
If you're not
barrier is
Samantha, then
up.
who are you?
I am Samantha. I'm not Isabella. That's all that matters. I'm not a murderer. Yay, I can leave.
Problem is each lie you tell,
It's not a
you
lie.
gotta tell another lie. And then you forget the lies you've already told. And pretty soon
What
it
do you
becomes so
mean?
confusing
Like,
and so
that's what-
overwhelming that you don't know what you said.
That's so
The detective
relatable.
may be referring to the liar's loop here, but he doesn't really mention having to deconflict
I never
stories
know
or
what I
anything,
say.
just the difficulties in keeping your story straight. Although the detectives are aware that Isabella is being deceitful, they are unaware of the disturbing and shocking reason as to why the heinous crime was committed. Time would eventually tell all, but authorities could have never predicted such an unbelievable
know.
ending to the
Yo,
perplexing
relax.
case.
Have any friends?
This address you gave is bogus.
It's
The
not
Cincinnati
bogus.
police say it's not a good address.
It's a good address
I
in
don't know what to
Aurora.
tell you.
How do you explain that? Are you confused about the numbers? Are you confused about the name of the street?
Pretty fucking sure that's my address. Yeah, I've read them. I've seen them write it down
Yeah,
somewhere.
that's a perfectly valid address here in the city of Aurora, which is where we're at today.
It's so obvious that I'm not her.
Really?
Yeah.
So she has the same scar you do.
Okay. It's
Merely
not the
another
same.
coincidence?
It's not the same. It's a little different. We
Merely
both
a
have scar on our
coincidence?
arms. Jeez. Do you guys believe
She
in
was involved in
Jesse?
a last night where her mother brutally stabbed her mother 151 times.
151 times?
In the course of that,
151 times.
her hands got
Holy
cut, just
fuck.
like you. Another coincidence, you say?
Holy fucking shit.
You're found in a parking garage with a knife that appears to be the murder weapon.
You didn't find me
used
with a
in
knife.
this.
Don't
Another
lie.
coincidence?
You did not find me
Is
with
that
a
a
knife.
coincidence again?
Again, it appears that the detective is focused on being in
151
control and having
times.
power in the interrogation room, rather than trying to work through the steps to get her to tell the truth. He's using language where he doesn't even sound sure of himself. For example, saying appears to be.
You did not find me with a
Were you
knife.
Yeah,
found
why
in
do
a
they
parking
keep
garage where
doing
the knife
that?
was?
Okay, the knife was somewhere
Yes,
in there.
yes, detective,
Man,
that's
you're
true.
wrong.
Yes, detective, that's
I
true.
took the wrong
Okay.
fucking shortcut, man.
After an autopsy was performed, it was discovered that Yoon-mi had actually endured 31 stab wounds to the face and 48 stab wounds to the neck, a staggering 79 in total.
I hope you catch her, but I'm not.
No. Dude. That is a lot of stabs to the face. Yeah, why did he say 151? The math is not adding up. I feel like... Listen, I don't know how this is gonna end, okay? But I really feel like she doesn't think that she's this who she is. Like, I feel like she genuinely believes that she is this other girl. He's lying to break her. Yeah. She did sound shocked that it was 151, like almost as if she knew that she didn't stab that many times. You guys think she knows? Thanks, Green. Thank you for the 2 months.
Her, and when you take that DNA sample out this room, it will prove that I am not her. That's all the evidence you need. If the DNA doesn't match,
You don't
you
even
can't
need your
keep
DNA
me.
to prove anything.
Yeah, you do.
No, we don't. We don't need
I
anything.
watch forensic files. You can't lie to me about
That's TV.
everything.
TV show, you idiot.
So what do you
That's a
mean?
TV show. Do you believe everything they put on TV is real?
I thought
How
it
stupid are you?
I thought it was
Honest to
real.
God.
Bro.
How stupid are
It's
you?
supposed to be real.
You're gonna go off some TV show. You're gonna put your life in the hands of some goofy ass TV show.
DNA is everything.
Answer my question. Are you gonna put your life in the hands of
What
some TV
is
show?
happening?
Is that what you're gonna bargain your life on?
I'm bargaining-
Forensic Files says that you gotta have a DNA match.
Yeah.
Really?
Wait.
Really, Isabella? Does that make any goddamn sense to you?
Isabella. Stop calling me Isabella.
That's your name.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
is
throw
too.
that pen.
Throwing a pen is completely inappropriate. no
Guy's
matter
a
how frustrated
loser.
he may be. With how the
Fire
detective is
him,
yelling,
please.
cussing,
Okay,
and
don't
berating
fire
her,
him, but
there's
get
a
him some
chance Isabella
training.
could have a case for how verbally abusive the interrogation is.
We have been so patient with you, giving you every opportunity.
Oh my god, please do.
Oh, are you getting upset? Are you
No,
getting
you
upset?
are.
You would. If this happened to you.
You make me upset.
I haven't done anything to you.
You've lied continually over and over and over today. You've wasted our time.
You're wasting my time. I didn't.
No. Your time means nothing from this point forward. Your time is counted in minutes, hours, and days that you're going to be spent or will be spent behind bars, looking out into a prison cell.
The detectives are at their wits' end with Isabella,
This is
who appears
insane.
to be in no hurry to confess the truth.
I
Perhaps
cannot
because they've done
believe
such a
this.
horrible job with this interrogation.
It's so bad.
And as we continue with Ryan's interview, a terrifying revelation makes its way into the light, proving that Isabella may have just been a ticking time bomb waiting to go off.
But my wife was just on pins and needles because of all that had happened around Isabella the last couple of days.
Okay. So has it seemed like things have gotten worse in the last few days between Isabella and her mom?
With what you told me, yes. With what you told me, yes.
And that's
It's gotten
what she
worse.
told you was the statement she had made.
The cursing at her and spitting in her face.
Oh
And,
my god, bro. What would you do if your kid spit in your face? How do you deal with that? Do we have any parents here? Like, what would you do if your kid spat in your face? That is incredibly disrespectful. Spit back? Spank them? Didn't you do that? No, I've never spit in my mom's face. We just verbally fought a lot. Only one time did I get soap in the mouth. One time. It was disgusting. So disgusting. Kick him out? Adoption center? Okay, you guys are all exaggerating, I would hope. You're all exaggerating. Slap him. Okay, the issue is, okay, everyone pause! Y'all are bad parents. Stop. The issue is, if you do something like that to your kid, you're going to cause irreversible damage to them where they will resent you more, or it'll just get worse. It doesn't help anything. It does not help. You can't just beat your child, okay? It does not help. Grounded, I feel like the best thing you can do is grounding them, and you take away something that makes them that is a privilege for them to have. If I were a parent and my kid spit in my face, oh my god, I would what would I do? I would, yeah, you take away something, maybe like their computer. Take their computer away, and you say, you're gonna have to do chores to earn it back. You have to. You have to contribute to get what you had before. Throw it. No, I would never break. Listen, there was one time where my mom actually broke my Game Boy when I was on a 2-month trip to the Philippines. 2 months in the Philippines without my Game Boy Advanced. Because I got in a fight with my cousin about who should be playing Pokemon Ruby. She threw it down the stairs and smashed it to pieces because we were fighting. I'll never forget that. I did build a bit of resentment. I mean, obviously I don't have that resentment anymore, but I remember it. It was rough because, you know, when I didn't really have a whole lot of forms of entertainment. But yeah, 2 months? Oh my goodness. It was rough. Giga Chad? No! That is so punishing! That is so punishing. I feel like you take it away, you know? And if like your kid you know, comes back with an adequate apology and shows signs of change, okay, and remorse for their actions, then maybe they can have it back. But I feel like with all, I don't know, if you're like raising your child, I feel like you would have to do it in a way where everything that happens is a learning lesson. I feel like beating your kid is not the right way to go about making your kid not do something. I feel like it just makes resentment. Builds resentment. I feel like, I don't know.
Email she wrote to that ended up in my wife's hands said something about you will pay or you've been cursed.
Okay. And your wife found that email
I
today?
feel like it just builds resentment and
I remember
fear.
she showed it to me. It came in, I think, about 2:42, something like that, before the officer showed up.
And it was from Isabella?
From Isabella. But she marked it to a Cecilia. It was kind of funny. She sent it to my wife, but she made it out to a Cecilia.
Ryan states that neither he nor his wife knew anyone by the name
Yeah,
of Cecilia.
why Cecilia?
But Yoonmi was absolutely horrified by the disturbing email.
What's your impression of her as a...
She is very hot-tempered.
Hot-tempered, okay.
Very hot-tempered person. It doesn't, and she runs her mouth like crazy. F you, F this, F that. She seems very depressed, I would have to say. She seems horribly depressed about her life and blames her mom for her misery. The only thing I can say is over the past couple weeks, Isabella has been very angry with her mom. Just a lot of anger. A lot of cussing, cursing, just a lot of anger.
Has something prompted that as far as you know of?
Well, I mean, sometimes my wife she's pretty strong-minded, and she would tell Isabella, no, you shut up, you get out. Or, you know, it would go back and forth like that. So I'm sure Isabella took those things to heart.
Ryan recalls a previous incident he had with Isabella that provides a glimpse into just how quickly her temper could flare.
I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, when I was growing up, like all of my friends' parents and even my own mother, I felt like would be so emotionally charged. And I feel like a lot of parents were just so immature. So immature when it came to arguing with their own kids. Kwatsu, thank you for the dono. So you mean Valky Mom didn't do the Filipino punishment like kneeling on salt? That's a punishment? Kneeling on salt or smacking with a broom or a belt? My household is wild. No, my mom and dad never hit my sister and I. There was one time where my sister and I and my mom were in the car and it was parked. Like we were waiting while I think my dad was out getting something. We were in the car. My sister and I were fighting and my mom grabbed both of our heads. She was so angry. She grabbed both of our heads by our hair and she went to act like she was hitting our heads together. But she accidentally did it so hard that we actually bonked our heads together. And she immediately was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Are you guys okay? And we just started laughing because like we knew she just like entirely flipped the switch. Like she went into straight mom mode. She did not mean to like actually bonk our heads. And so we were just laughing about it. But that was like the one time my mom actually like hurt us. Other than that, it was just a lot of verbal fighting, like lots of chasing around the house, screaming, just lots of Filipino foul language. I do believe it was an accident. I mean, my mom's never hit us before.
Around 5 years ago, Isabella went down to the basement of the home to retrieve a fan that belonged to Ryan. When he didn't let her take the item, she supposedly retaliated with violence.
I think I've had a few spankings. But most of the time I was just grounded.
And allegedly punched Ryan in the face. Interestingly, Isabella
Sorry, wait, I missed that. What happened?
Cussing, cursing, Just a lot of anger.
Has something prompted that as far as that you know of?
Well, I mean, sometimes my wife she's pretty strong-minded, and she would tell Isabella, no, you shut up, you get out. Or,
Okay.
you know, it would go back and forth like that. So I'm sure Isabella took those things to heart.
Ryan recalls a previous incident he had with Isabella that provides a glimpse into just how quickly her temper could flare. Around 5 years ago, Isabella went down to the basement of the home to retrieve a fan that belonged to Ryan. When he didn't let her take the item, she supposedly retaliated with violence and allegedly punched Ryan in the face.
What?
Interestingly, Isabella is presenting as the complete opposite in the interrogation to how she's described by Ryan. But Isabella's reign of terror would not end here, as there was something much more sinister that would inevitably unleash itself in the most sickening way possible.
You committed a heinous. Okay, you're going to go to prison for that.
No.
You're not getting out of jail anytime soon.
No.
Okay, and the fact that you can sit there with that stupid goddamn look on your face makes me sick. It makes me physically sick to look at you.
Do the DNA test that will prove me right.
Don't tell me how to do my job. Don't tell me how to do my job.
Well, someone has to.
You come in here try to fucking act like you're so goddamn smart.
This is the.
What do you mean?
Oh my god.
You're putting your life in your hands today, my
Please
friend.
get this guy a detective tutor.
That doesn't make any sense. Stabbing someone 151 times takes a long time. Wouldn't the police come before, like, whoever did it would be done?
Isabella, please.
How long
does it take?
Do you think we're stupid?
I'm not Isabella.
Do you
Yes.
think we're stupid?
I am not Isabella.
I do.
Do you? Answer my question.
I don't think.
Do him and I look stupid?
I'm not insulting you.
Do we look stupid?
No.
Do you think?
I hope these detectives watch this video and learn a lesson or two about how they could be better detectives. Even better, I hope they watch me reacting to this video. All right, Detective 1 and Detective 2, y'all need to get some training, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Because this was embarrassing.
Think we believe your story? Do you think we believe your story? Do you think we believe
like it? No.
No, we don't believe your story. What does that tell you? We'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. You are a cold-blooded killer, and you're going to go to prison.
You can't send somebody to prison if the DNA test doesn't match. You know that.
Like I said, we don't even need DNA to prove this case.
You do.
No, we don't.
DNA is everything. You can't say, oh, this girl murdered
it
somebody, and we
hurts.
found another girl in a
It's so
similar
painful
situation
to
that looks
watch.
similar to her. So we're going to blame her because we can't find her. And we look bad because we can't find the murderer of this woman. So we're going to blame it on an innocent person, a little girl who still has her whole life ahead of her.
No, you don't.
You're gonna ruin
you don't
my
have your
life?
life in front of you.
You're going to ruin my whole life because I have some random crazy
Your
bitch who
life
looks like me.
ended last night when you
No,
walked
I
out of that.
didn't.
When you walked into that bed.
I did
bathroom.
not
Let me
kill
finish.
anybody.
While stating, "I did not kill anybody," she awkwardly rubs her chin, and then her following hand motions don't match up with her words. This is a red flag that her anxiety is showing, and her brain is not matching up with her statements.
Your life ended last night.
To be fair, you know, she's a little delulu. She might actually believe that she's someone else. I mean, if you were someone being accused of something you didn't do, wouldn't you also be a bit anxious? I don't know. I feel like anyone that is being accused of something that they don't believe that they did would be anxious.
When you decide you'll kill your mother. Because everything you do from now on
The hands aren't
is what the
lining
police and
up.
the government tell you to do.
This is all on camera, right? The United
Yeah.
States does have some sort
It's
of...
right there.
This is not Who Framed Roger Rabbit, okay? The DNA is not going to come back and match because we're not the same person. Nobody's trying to frame me or anything. You got the wrong girl. You made a genuine mistake. People make mistakes. It's okay. I'm not mad at you.
Isabella is turning the tables, now minimizing what she claims to be his mistake. Perhaps Forensic Files prepares people better for interrogation than some police departments.
Bro,
It's interesting to
she
note that the
owns
officer
this
appears to have
interview.
corporal stripes on his left sleeve, yet he looks to be of at least middle age or older. For someone of that age to not have risen above that rank can speak silent volumes.
If I knew somebody killed their mother, I stabbed him 151
She
times,
does
I'd be out
not
to get him too.
respect them. She does
The
not.
detective is speechless, but no matter what Isabella says, there's no debating that she was the one to commit the crime. However, the case is far from over, and a most shocking revelation will soon make its way
She
into
said,
the light,
"I'm the
flipping
captain
the
now."
investigation straight on its head.
You keep making random accusations, but
Well, I'm
if
not
the
making
DNA
random accusations about
if the
nothing. I'm
DNA
accusing
doesn't
you of killing
match-
your mother.
If the DNA doesn't match, you can't keep me here, and
You
it will
stabbed
not
your mother
match.
to death.
It will not match. This girl stabbed her mother to death. She is not me.
That's you.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. And I'm really fucking angry that you ruined my fucking shitty day and made it even worse.
Well, welcome to the rest of your fucking life.
You guys are really mean.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We just don't like being lied to.
I'm not lying to you. And you know it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The detectives inform Isabella that they're going to have someone come to the
Bro.
station to identify her, but she responds, stating that she wishes to see her boyfriend Gabriel. However, they disregard her request.
What were you worried about last night?
Because I want to know where you spent the night.
In a fucking park.
In a park with a little red slide. I got all that. Someplace in Denver, but you know what street you're on?
No. I don't even know the fucking streets in Ohio. This place is even more confusing.
Let's get all mad about it.
Why
Thought I
would
had-
I get mad?
What?
What if someone did this to you? That's a terrible thing to do.
What is?
Accusing the wrong person and pointing a gun at him.
God.
I
Grow
didn't put a
Gabriel stole
up.
away from me. I know.
He didn't point a gun at you.
Some bunch of other men did. Like 5 men just out of nowhere. Get down on the ground or we're gonna shoot you. We're gonna tase you. Do you realize how terrified I was?
Have you ever had guns pointed at you before by the police?
No. This is the fucking scariest day of my fucking life.
Scariest day of your life. Okay.
Having your mom hurt you is one thing. Having the police confront you with guns and saying they're gonna tase you and you're a fucking murderer, you did this, you did that, you stabbed a bitch 151 times. Yeah, that's fucking terrifying. To think that I might, or you would even consider sending the wrong person to jail.
Isabella shows a bit of doubt here, stating to think that I might. For a moment here, there's a glimpse into her wondering if her world is real. Whatever her brain has done to protect her from the trauma of the terrible thing that she
Whoa.
has done, she's doubting it now and almost lets it slip. However, she cuts the sentence off and holds on tighter to her delusions to avoid facing what she's done.
We would never call
Hang
somebody
on
against
to the
that man if you went down
Delulu.
the beach. We never said that.
That was your.
I was calling her a bitch. Isabella.
Hmm?
Are you confused?
A little. You
I'm
said
confused
stabbed the
too.
bitch 151 times was your statement.
Oop.
I understand this.
That was your statement.
I'm so upset. I don't understand this shit. Maybe I'm just too upset and I'm fucking saying shit backwards. I don't know. This has been a really bad day.
Isabella claims to have run away from her home in Ohio, where she took a bus to Colorado. Not only that, but her supposed boyfriend Gabriel is apparently waiting for her at the French Quarter apartment complex as they speak. Once again, the detectives aren't entertained, and instead bring Robert, Isabella's father, into the
Oh,
interrogation
no.
room.
Who's that? That's my baby.
Sir, do you recognize this?
Who are you?
Hey, Robert, let's come on back out here for a second. Do you recognize her?
Yeah, she's my daughter.
What's her name?
Isabella
Isabella. What's her last name?
Guzman.
Isabella Guzman. Okay. This photograph here. Is that photograph? Is that your daughter there?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is your daughter here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's go ahead and we'll see.
This would be so insane if she wasn't actually his daughter. So she, in her head right now, she truly believes, I don't know about truly. I still can't tell if she actually might be schizophrenic or something. I'm not quite sure. But it did kind of seem like she was acting like she didn't recognize him. You know what I mean? But wow, he just went straight up to try to hug her. He definitely isn't like holding resentment towards her for stabbing his wife a billion times. She's like, "Who are you?" Oh
Back
God.
here, and then we'll see about the method. Okay. Following back here.
Yeah, this is her father. That's her father.
Is he insane? Does she have like a crazy family? Like a completely crazy family? Is that why she's psychotic and killed her mom?
What?
Her name is Samantha. Who's that man?
She's
It's
eating
impossible to tell if
potato
Isabella is
chips.
delusional, or if she knows she's making stuff up and lying. However, if someone is faking, they will break the lie, especially an adolescent. They just can't keep it up that long. It may be hard to believe, but the chances are that she's really this delusional.
I can't
So we're all
tell.
lying and that man's insane? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. He probably is insane. Why don't you do more research on this fucking girl?
Do you think that it was just a coincidence, another coincidence that that gentleman came down here tonight?
I'm not Isabella. I am Samantha.
Isabella, that's your father. Okay? He's your biological father. We know that. That's the
That's
reason.
Isabella's dad. I'm not Isabella.
Isabella.
Stop calling me Isabella. My name
That's
is
the reason
Samantha.
we asked him to come down here. Okay? Like I told you, we were trying to do everything in our power to verify who you are. Okay.
You know what?
This whole thing with Samantha, I
It
think
seems
is
like
can go out
total
the
sex to
window
me. It
because
seems like total sex to me that a girl who stabbed her mom 151 times probably has a completely mentally ill family. And he probably thinks that I'm her or something because we look similar.
Oh.
Man, you're making my life hell.
really,
Yes. Please.
and that's your big concern right
Take me
now.
to French Quarter so I can see Gabriel.
That's your big concern is how your life is.
Yes.
Do you not have
He
any?
is not my father.
Do you not have any concern for how his life is?
No, who the fuck is he? His fucking problems are not my own.
Okay. Do you not have any concern for
That's
your,
my
your
baby.
mother?
God, do you know how creepy that is?
Do you not have any concern about that?
I think that's really
Bro.
fucking terrible. Yeah. You should never
Your
tell
only
your mom.
concern is about you. Through this whole
This is
thing,
my life. My life. Her life is not connected with mine. Why the fuck do we
we've
have
been
to look
trying to
alike?
tell you all along that this is about your life because this is about your life. This is an opportunity for you to try to make sense or help us make sense of what happened last night.
Isabella once again tries to reason with the detectives, but what she fails to understand is that she's only digging herself into a deeper hole.
Okay?
Yeah, you seem like a nice person who made a genuine mistake. I'm not mad at you. Please just do the
No,
DNA
don't listen
test.
to me. You have
Just
no
do the
business
DNA
judging me,
test.
Okay?
What do you
Do
mean?
not judge me. Do not tell me I'm a nice person.
He's not my
Do
dad.
not tell me anything like that. That makes me mad. Okay?
Okay, isn't it obvious? Isn't it obvious that she has some sort of mental illness where she does believe that she's someone else? Right? I feel like if this was any other person acting like they were someone else, they would have cracked by now. Right? After seeing your father? I feel like she actually believes that she's Samantha. I don't think anyone could act this way unless they actually believed it.
And we're doing everything we can to try to give you an opportunity. If you continue to just
sorry,
sit here
okay.
and
That's crazy.
Take
It's
us
been nothing but accusing, like just straight up, you're going to jail. Where has the opportunity been?
around,
So
I think,
crazy.
You know, we're done being pleasant.
Wasn't.
Yeah, life is hard.
Typically, when a detective mentions an opportunity, they then expand on this by showing what this opportunity is going to do for her. However, they don't do that with Isabella, essentially never giving her a good reason to confess.
What we know is that your
Yeah,
father.
that's true. There is no good reason to confess.
Ah, this can't be happening to me. No, I'm not going to prison for the rest of my life after this. No, please. Take me back to Gabriel.
I think you're going to feel a whole lot better if you just tell us what happened.
This may be the first time the detectives display a more professional attitude.
If you get this off your chest, give you an opportunity to feel better about what you did.
Isabella, bitch. She's ruining my whole fucking life.
Isabella, there's more people we could bring
Stop
in.
calling me Isabella.
We could bring your boyfriend in.
What boyfriend?
We could bring your
What
stepfather in.
boyfriend?
Oh, we know their names. We've talked to them.
What is
In
happening?
reality, Isabella's supposed boyfriend Gabriel would turn out to be a complete fabrication. However, Isabella did have a boyfriend, or an ex for that matter. Detective sat down
He's
with
not real.
22-year-old Ilya Abramov, also known as Tony, who was just as shocked at the horrific crime. But what authorities didn't expect was that the young man may have been concealing a secret of his own that also involved 18-year-old Isabella. Apparently, their relationship ended over a week before Yunmi's death, after 3 years together, but that wouldn't be the last of their encounters. Tony states that a couple days before August 28th, he returned to Isabella's house to drop off some of her belongings. However, when Isabella opened the door, she was furious and tried to attack him with a golf club, though it's unclear if Tony was injured. Apparently, the couple had parted
my.
ways because Isabella believed that Tony was cheating on her with their friend, Kathy. Though he asserts that
Bring
this
in
never
Kathy.
happened, Isabella was enraged.
Okay, so did you go to the house on the day that this happened? Wednesday.
Oh my god, it's him.
You weren't there at all that day? Somebody saw you there that day. Your stepdad said you came by the house, walked in the house, and went upstairs and had to get some stuff.
Oh yeah, I grabbed my stuff from the closet. I
Okay,
didn't
so
see
you-
her though,
So you were there that day.
but I didn't see
You
her.
didn't see her. Where was she at?
I don't know.
Okay. So when you go to the house that day, what time is it when you go there then?
Why is he lying? What's going
So 5 in the
on?
afternoon?
Yes.
Tony says that he tried to call Isabella. When he didn't receive an answer, he walked in the house. He remembers seeing Ryan, but they didn't speak to each other. Tony made his way to
What's going
Isabella's
on?
room, grabbed some of his clothes, and left the house, all without seeing his ex-girlfriend. But there may be more to the story than he's letting on.
Why do you want to come into the police station and start lying to the detectives? Yulia, what's your deal?
Yeah.
You went to her house twice that day. Mm-hmm. You went in the morning, she chased you away with a golf club, and then you went back that afternoon.
Tony has just confessed to another lie, where he had previously stated that his violent interaction with Isabella happened prior to the day of the killing. Now the detective is more suspicious than ever. But the topic of conversation suddenly shifts to Isabella and her home life, where Tony divulges some shocking information. Apparently, Isabella had at one point mentioned to Tony that Yunmi allegedly tried to poison her, along with their dogs. She apparently became very sick after eating something from the fridge, and claimed she'd smelled an odor of bleach emanating from the dog's water bowl. Although these accusations have never been confirmed, Tony confesses that he has never witnessed a physical altercation between Isabella and her family members, but rather verbal arguments between she and her mom. Isabella supposedly disclosed another alleged incident where Yunmi apparently poked herself in the back of her head with scissors, reportedly stating that she wished for she and Isabella to die together. But the detective isn't buying the claims and continues his efforts to untangle the web of lies, although poorly.
Yeah, that's the really bad part for you. She just turned 18 a few months ago, so you gotta go to prison forever.
Isabella has completely shut down. She's closed off and is close to the fetal position.
Okay. Oh, wait, small F? No, please say psych. Say psych right now. I'm gonna go potty. The smoothie is ready to come out. Alright, potty break! And then I'm gonna go blow dry myself and I'm gonna take this off. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm back. What happened? What is happening in chat? Are you guys spelling the alphabet? What is this?
Position as she can get while staying in her chair. Her level of
Hello?
anxiety at this point is astronomical.
Scatter!
Don't bring that crazy man back in here, please. So what's the deal? Why the fuck did that guy say that he's my father?
Really?
Yeah, really?
Come on now. You know why.
You
He's
know
your
why?
You? No.
He's sitting in the next room over here, okay? And he's in tears because he wants to know what the hell is going on with his kid,
That's not my problem, that's his.
okay? Well, yeah, I guess when you're just a selfish, callous, heartless person like yourself,
Why are you
you would
insulting
have
me?
no feelings whatsoever for your own
Why are
father.
you insulting me?
Clearly, you had no feelings for your own mother, so I don't know why I would be at all surprised
I'm
by your
not
demeanor.
Isabella.
But yeah, he's wondering why his
I'm
own daughter, his own
not
flesh and
Isabella.
blood would
I'll always
act
have
that way.
been.
But you know, I just found out
Always
something
will be.
different. You
Oh
know what I
my
found out?
goodness.
What?
Okay, you were at H Mart today. Yes.
Yes, I'm fucking Asian market. I stopped right there on the way because I needed fucking
Can you
pads.
sit up, please, so I can hear you? Stop talking into your knees.
I stopped by there because I needed some fucking pads. I was hoping somebody
Right.
would be nice enough to let me borrow them, and she actually bought me some shit.
Okay, she bought you those clothing items right there.
She didn't buy me clothing. The clothes are fucking mine. She bought me the fucking pads and the underwear.
The detectives are in possession of more information than Isabella is aware of, yet she continues to lie. That is, until the truth is staring her right in the face.
Funny thing just happened. Somebody called the police department from the H Mart. Guess what? They got video down there. Guess what's on that video?
Me and H Mart because I told you I
Yeah,
was
you
there.
and H Mart.
Because I was there.
Okay. What'd you tell those people down there at H Mart happened to you?
Then I ran away.
No. There's something else. You told them something else about you.
What'd she say? What'd she say?
Just keeps getting worse and worse.
Sit up. Don't talk into your knees. It's disrespectful. What did you tell them?
I'm gonna be honest. The cops haven't even give her a reason for her to respect them. Like it's been nothing but rude, insulting, baby acting like it's crazy. Disrespectful. Like, she's just giving him what they've been giving back to her.
I told him the same shit I told you.
No, you told them something else too.
Okay, you know what? I told you the truth about who I am because I have to. You are the police. I'm not required to tell the truth about my life to anyone else. Okay?
Let me ask you a question. When you went into H Mart today, were you covered in blood?
No.
Oh, are you sure?
No, I wasn't.
You're on the video. You went into H Mart and you told them that somebody tried to sexually assault you.
Because I have bleeding hands. And they asked what happened to you.
That's true. She has no reason to help them, which means that the cops are doing a bad job. Like, I feel like the detectives needed to go about this a different way. I mean, because she's like 18, you know, she's a little baby. They need to go about this in a way where it feels like they can help her, so that she would confess to things, so that she would be more trusting of them and respect them. But they've put her in this position where she's literally in the fetal position. Like, she's not going to confess to anything.
I know. I never really got the chance to
Whether
clean it
she's
up,
pretending to
they gave me some
remember or not.
corn and shit. I did tell them something because I needed help, yes. I'm not flat. But I did not tell them about my family and my mom, okay? I did tell them someone tried to beat me, I'm not gonna lie to you, because I don't want them to know all about my family. They're not the police. I didn't have to tell them who I am, I just needed help. I'm ashamed of who I am. It's better to be the victim than the abused, beaten girl. Yes, I lied to them, okay? But I have not lied to you.
But that's not the story you told us when you sat down here and we asked you about these bags and where you got them and the
Yes, the
circumstances.
clothes are mine.
That's not the story you told us.
The pads they got for me. And they gave me proper bandages.
Yeah, that's
I have
not
some
the story you told us, okay? Plain and simple, it's not. You told us something completely different,
I just can't remember.
didn't you? You told us something completely different. Because you lied, right?
I haven't lied.
Yes, you did. That's a lie.
Please do a DNA test. It will prove everything. And then I can be happy for the first time in my life. That's all I ever want. I wanted true love, like I want in my books.
The detectives then confront her with yet another piece of evidence, where they explain that the H-Mart video camera shows a bloody Isabella walking into the bathroom. When they checked the contents of the room, they found clothing and bandages, all with large amounts of blood. Isabella only responds by saying that she's being framed for the horrific crime.
Stop acting like a victim.
I am a victim.
No, you're not. You're not a victim of anything. The man who's sitting in the room next door who came in here and identified you
He must be
as,
crazy.
as your father is a victim.
He must be crazy.
It would have made more sense.
Okay, is it just me? Does anyone else hear Ariana Grande when this girl talks? A little bit? Like, don't they kind of sound similar? A little bit? The way she's talking, like, you must be crazy. Anyone else? I can't stop hearing it.
Sense that instead of saying she's not a victim, they could have played into her saying she was mistreated by her mom
Like
to
the
minimize
tone,
the crime,
like the tone
and
in
make it
her
less
voice a
morally
little bit.
reprehensible, and therefore more
Like
likely
how it's like
that she
a
confesses.
little whispery and
That's
airy
the
like
answer I can
this.
think
Your
of.
The
stepfather
only
Ryan
answer I
is
can
a
think
victim.
of.
He must be
Okay?
crazy.
Your mother, who is now lying
None
down
of
in the
those people
corners
are my
of
family
Arapahoe
members.
County.
I don't understand how you think I'm her. It's obviously not her.
Only a little bit sometimes. The tone, undertone, a little bit.
We're not even going there anymore. It's not. We're not debating the fact that it's not you. We just want to know why you did it.
That's not up for argument.
I can't go to prison.
You're going to prison.
No.
Yeah.
It
No.
really seems as though they think they can just bully her into confessing.
I didn't do it.
You did a horrible thing. We want to know why.
Isabella did a horrible thing. Stop calling me her name.
The detectives once again question Isabella about the reason behind such
Uh-oh.
a gruesome act of violence.
How long had you been planning to stab your mother and kill her? Was it something that just cropped up, or were you planning on doing it for a while?
Ew. I really hope you fucking find Isabella.
Did your mother say anything to
I
you?
hope I don't fucking end up in
Please.
prison and you find Isabella instead. I'm like,
This
oh,
girl
I'm
needs
sorry,
help,
you found
man.
him.
We've given you all
I
the
thought my life was gonna
opportunities.
be better when I ran away. I guess that's only going to get worse. I'll probably get fucking in prison too because I'm pretty.
Isabella has said multiple times how pretty she is, and this could be a sign of her having narcissistic tendencies. However, it's just as interesting that she switches to show anger and aggression here. When she realizes she's not going to get away and that her story isn't going to work, she starts acting like the Isabella that her stepdad described. It makes you wonder about the veracity of her delusions.
I don't think you're pretty.
That's mean.
I don't think you are either.
Isabella turns her body towards the corner of the room and begins to cry. Likely not for her deceased mother, but rather the fact that she cannot escape the ensuing consequences.
I just hope that, I mean, there's not much time left in this video. Like, I really, really, really hope they explain if she, I don't know, if they did like some mental testing, if she actually did have some sort of mental illness, or if she was just lying the whole time.
It's going to be dark soon. When are the DNA tests gonna come back? I don't want to walk around in the dark.
You're going to jail. You're not going anywhere.
Man, fuck you.
Well, that's the way it's going to be.
We're gonna have the general nurse come over, have a look at the wounds, and then we'll.
Oh my god.
She's probably killed in the hospital. She's probably in that one.
Yeah, we're just trying to make.
You're not going
Save
to
a
fucking
step.
jail.
So, I'm sorry.
You're not going to fucking jail unless you fucking Photoshop my fucking eyes.
Okay. Good skill
Do you
medical.
see her fucking face? She has fucking brown eyes.
Okay.
I hate you fucking people. All you people fucking suck.
Wait, what?
And that bitch is probably fucking crazy as shit and she's gonna go kill somebody else. At least you can take some happiness in that.
Why do you think I was being happy?
I'm gonna die, at least you're fucking going down with me.
Alrighty. You stand up for me?
Whoa!
This is for the.
We're gonna go over to the hospital and get your hands stitched up,
Yeah,
okay?
that's for the jail.
Why?
Cause we're gonna get your hands stitched up, both of them. Put your hands behind your back.
Why? Why are ow, 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 that's where I stabbed.
Okay, hang on.
Just relax.
What's taking the fucking DNA test so long?
Because it hasn't been 6 to 8 months yet, like I told you.
It really takes that long for a DNA test?
My name is Samantha.
Right to the end, Isabella refuses to acknowledge her real identity, though there may be an explanation behind her sheer roller coaster of a story. After being charged with the first-degree murder of her own mother, authorities still had one unanswered question: why? But they would have their long-awaited reasons soon enough. As it turns out, Isabella was suffering from schizophrenia, where she experienced delusions for years. But in a shocking revelation, the teenager was supposedly hearing voices and asserted that Yoon-mi was not her mother, but rather a woman named Cecilia. Had she not taken Cecilia's life, Isabella believed that the world would come to an end. Because of this, she was found not guilty by reason of insanity and transported to the Colorado Mental Health Institute at Pueblo. However, in 2020, 7 years after the brutal killing, Isabella claimed that she was ready to be released, stating, "I was not myself when I did that, and I have since been restored to full health." In 2021, she was granted permission to leave the facility for therapy, in which she must wear a GPS tracker. However, there's no telling when or if she will ever be permanently released, or if her visits outside the facility will
told
be
you
limited
guys.
only to therapy sessions.
Okay, I told you guys that there is no way someone like that would put on an act for that long. Like, she genuinely seemed like she believed she was another person. Like, there's even, oh gosh, I don't, yeah, like, I feel like you would only act that way if you truly believed you were someone else. Oh, okay, it actually makes me a bit relieved, or not relieved. This is a horrible thing. All of it's horrible. But it would be so horrifying if that was, like, she was just lying. Because of her being capable of lying like that when she knew that she killed her mom would have been insane, I think. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. Okay.